I stand on business when I say I would never LS swap my C10. Pretty sure some of y'all wondering why. It's all right to have a conversation. That's what we finna do. God is everything. Without God, I'm nothing. Some of y'all might think I'm crazy right long now, right? So give me the opportunity to explain myself. All right, so let's clear the air real quick. For one, I am not against LS at all. Matter of fact, if I open this door right here, you will see LS swap being literally completed. Should be done in a couple months, and y'all are gonna be getting a lot of LS content. So let's go ahead and clear the air. Truth be told, this motor Ironman went out a little while ago, and guess what I bought for it? A 5.3 LS. I bought a 5.3 LS, and truth be told, it is sitting right behind this door. If I open this door, there's a 5.3 sitting right here. It was gonna be just a cam only LS type of deal, and I decided against it because I said, you know, I wanted to raise some awareness on the 350s. I wanted guys to see that you don't have to LS swap, and everybody doesn't have to LS swap. So I really wanted to raise some awareness on the 350 deal. Now, don't get me wrong, apples to apples, stock block for stock block, doing nothing to them, the LS is a far better platform. Even if, I would even say, if you get into modding, the LS is a far better platform. They definitely respond better to simple mods. But I have my reasons why I won't LS swap. And let's talk about my first reason. My first reason why I would never LS swap this truck is because I already have an LS swap. I already have and it's just a 5.3. And a lot of guys argument, especially when you're talking about like the LS versus small block Chevy deal. Guys say, oh man, the stock block is good for 1,000 horses, or I can make blah blah blah. Let's be honest. How many of those guys, just like I know myself, how many guys are truly gonna utilize that LS block for those 1,000 horses? How many guys right now at this moment know more than 2 or 3 people with 1,000 horsepower car? I'll wait. Not very many, right? So that being said, why are guys so impressed by the engine being capable of making 1,000 horsepower? That I don't get. That I don't understand. Rich, it doesn't matter. Like, if it makes it, if it's capable of 1,000, but you're only gonna do a cam, you're only gonna make less than 400 to the wheel, or you're only gonna do NA build. I mean, a small block Chevy can take 500-600 horses, you know, with the correct bottom end. I mean, it can do that. That's, you know, that's nothing. Guys, oh, 6-bolt main, this, that, and the third, blah blah blah. Okay, that's all that sounds good. It sounds good on paper, but you're not gonna utilize. You just got 1,000 horsepower potential engine. Most of the builds I've seen, they've been literally basic 5.3. Guys have recently started to do 6.0s and 6.2s. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these guys aren't even building stroker engines. They're just doing 5.3s with a cam, 6.2s with a cam, headers, a tune. There are a few turbo LS. I mean, even if you go to a car show, there are a handful of boosted cars there. Like, there's not, like, everybody ain't making 1,000 horsepower. Even those boosted cars probably aren't making 1,000 horsepower, man. So the reason why I say, man, don't fall for that trap of that. How can I say this? Don't fall for that, man. They make a lot of power. You can make 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, you can. Are you though? Is the real question. So to wrap up what I was saying, right? So to wrap this up, and I know a lot of y'all don't wrap nothing up. So let me wrap it up for you. Y'all might not get that. Don't y'all be nasty in my comments. But anyway, I was basically saying that a lot of you aren't gonna make that type of power. So why does it matter that your block can make that power? It makes no sense to me to force everybody to do LS swaps because it can make 1,000 horsepower. Like, that makes no sense to me. Let's move on to number 2, man. Let's talk about my second reason why. My second reason is, and I'm actually working on this thing right now. My second reason being, your LS swap is not gonna be cheap, guys. A clean, nice harness, especially if you're not a mechanic. If you got some kind of mechanic abilities, yes, you can do it clean, you can do it nice, it won't be an issue. I did mine. Mine's pretty clean. I just cleaned some of the others because I use the stock intake and a few other things that make mine look, not quite as clean. But man, if you get those acrylic brackets and stuff, man, and get you a nice looking intake, man, you can really do a nice clean swap. But if you take this to a mechanic and you want your mechanic to do this stuff for you, he gonna go upside your head. And what I'm realizing is a lot of guys aren't even mechanically inclined. A lot of them. Even the ones who I learned a lot of times get in my comment section and try to tell me how and why and this, that, and the third, and this is the best thing to do, this is what I need to do. And I'm like, bro, I'm actually out here doing this. Like, I'm not finna listen to you, when I see you with all these idiotic looking pictures on your profile. I'm not listening to you. They ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about. But what I'm saying is, that LS swap is not gonna be cheap, no matter how guys try to make you think LS swaps are cheap. Now, if you bought a car, right? Let's say you bought something, right? It came with a 305 or whatever. Now, if you're just looking for something reliable that sounds good, keep that 305. But if you're, if you like me, if you need a little something, you're trying to feel a little something, because I like to feel a little something. If you like me and you say, man, when I step on it, I want it to make me smile. That 305 probably got to come out of there. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. You can't make a 305 fat. Guys try to say you can't, but it's not that you can't. It's just so expensive to make a 305 fat. Now, if you got a car with a V6 or something in it, or a 305, no brainer. Absolutely no brainer. LS swap, hands down, no questions asked. Because when my 350 went out, I was looking for another 350 to swap in, and come to find out, guys are really trying to go upside your head for a Vortex 350. And like I said, apples to apples, the Vortex block, the LS is a better platform. So if you're bare bones, like I said, go LS. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I ain't gonna just because I said I want LS swap. I'm just giving my reason. Like I said, LS swaps aren't cheap. Even my LS swap hasn't been cheap. You can find a cheap LS motor. You for sure can. Won't be that hard. I'm still seeing LS's to this day for a couple $100, $300-400. Might need to be, rebuilt, whatever. And rebuilding the engine isn't hard. There's a lot of checking. But yeah, the LS swap ain't gonna be as cheap as guys try to make it seem, unless if you can do your own work, by all means, go for it. My next thing is, I'm just tired of seeing LS swaps. I got to be honest, man. I'm just tired of seeing LS swaps. I'm tired of seeing them, tired of hearing about them. 99% of the square bodies that I see now are LS swapped. It's not, like I said, the LS is a great platform, don't get me wrong. Just like the small block Chevy is an awesome platform. But I'm the guy that, every time I go to a car show, there's a LS swap square body in there. There's a LS swap square body. There's a LS swap fox body. And just all kind of just LS swaps. And if I'm being honest, man, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. I'm just being completely honest and transparent right here. I'm sick of them. Even though I'm a fan, I am still sick of the LS swaps because they have 100% taken over. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big Coyote guy, even though I do, I wouldn't mind owning a Coyote. But truth be told, I'm also not the guy who's mad at a guy for Coyote swapping his Chevy or LS swapping his Ford. I'm not even the guy that's upset about somebody putting a platform that may not be even quite as good of a platform as the other one. I like creativity. I am the creative guy. I like to see the least done swaps. That's what I like to see. I'm loving that some guys are tapping into like V6 engines that make a lot of power and different things. The VK56 I think is the Nissan Titan, the Nissan engine, overhead cam, and it chops like a LS. They call it the Japanese LS. I'm loving these different engines. Like I really like the different engines. And let's just be completely honest. The computer on those LS can sometimes have you chasing your tail. The small block Chevys can too, but let's be honest. Carburetors, if you learn them, distributors, they are very simple, top dead center. That's what you get every time. That computer that's in that LS can be your best friend and your worst enemy. I've had some issues with my LS. My number one was when I got the when I put the cam in it, that baby wouldn't run. It'll crank up, it'll go rop, 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 bop, 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 crank it back up. That's it. That's it. That's all. Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's over with. My other reason is, why go with the easy platform? Why not be like me and build a 350 and have that 350 and have guys shook when you tell them, oh man, it's just a 350. That's it. Just a 350. Why not take that route instead of taking a route of, oh man, that's an LS. I know what the LS do. I love when guys are in my inbox and they're saying, hey man, your 350 moves out good. What's done to it? You know, and I'm like, your basic mods, man, simple stuff. Your heads, small Summit Racing 8802 cam with 1.6 rockers instead of 1.5, which gave me 550 lift. I mean, it just hits different. Like, you know, it's different. Iron Man isn't fully warmed up, but as you can see, it's doing what it does. Rolls through the gears just fine, drives perfect. It burns gas, it does. But if you mod on that LS enough, it's gonna burn gas too. It might be efficient because it has the computer and you can tamper with that computer and get everything perfect and this, that, and the third. But that computer, like I said before, that computer can also be your worst enemy because I've had codes come up in my computer. Gave me a code for P107 whatever, right? And you go Google that code, and like I said, man, that code will give you 5 different things. That code will give you 5 different things. Now, the time when it does just give you the answer, oh man, it's a beautiful day. Small block Chevy can have you chasing your tail too, now, so don't let me say small block Chevy don't never have you chasing your tail. But for me, I've been far better, it's been far easier to figure out a problem with a small block Chevy or the carburetor on it versus with the LS with all those sensors for everything. Cam position sensors, crank position sensors, all these other sensors. This ain't plugged up, that might not work right, this got to go on the transmission and this got to go down. That's a lot. That's a lot. I gotta be honest. It is a lot. Which I love my LS swap, but it's not as easy as I thought it was. My LS swap isn't done. And I've owned that car far longer than I've owned Iron Man. So I've driven that car up and down the driveway, but I've never left the yard with that car. I've never left the yard with it. I say everything I say simply to give you my opinion. But at the same time, I also want to say, build what you want. If you buy a C10 and it has an inline 6 in it, if you like your inline 6, let it stay. Nobody else gives a vote on your build. I have my opinions. Everybody's gonna have their opinion. And here we go. Let me tell you this, and this is the truth. You're gonna never please everybody. You might do an LS swap, and most people say, "Oh man, that's a cool truck. Let me buy it." But then you're gonna have guys say, "Oh man, I'm sick of saying LS swap. I'm sick of LS swap." Me,